Welcome, viewers, to another fabulous episode of Unapologetically Free. Now, today I'm going to talk about my thoughts on rest. Rest. Now, there are two sides to rest, the good side and the bad side. Now, first up, the good side. Now, there are indeed people who push too hard. These are the people who truly need rest. I hear a story of a friend of my father who was working hard, and one day found out that the doctor said to him that if he did not lower the stress load on his body, he was bound to have a heart attack. What a waste if you spend your entire life working hard, slogging it out without resting, only to realize at the most crucial moments that your body can no longer take that stress. Now, using a very simple example of lifting weights and going to the gym, in nature, you will realize that on rest days, such as in the gym, it is the days where your muscle fibers that was torn down during the process of lifting weights, that is the period when your muscle fibers regrow and reform to be stronger. Well, let's take another example of sleep. Sleeping may seem like a waste of time to many people, but what it does is that an important part of sleep is memory consolidation. People who do not rest through sleep have issues with their memory, with their decision-making process, and for all of you out there that know it will affect your concentration, makes you feel tired, and the whole lot. So rest is essential, and there are good aspects to rest. Now, an important concept that I want to bring out is this idea of a stress curve. A stress curve. So what the curve looks like is this. If this is productivity, and this is the level of stress, as stress increases, productivity will gradually rise with stress. Okay, so when your stress is at zero, your productivity is zero, because you don't feel stressed at all, you don't feel like doing anything, no one is forcing you to do anything, and then you have no set schedules, stress is at zero, right? Then slowly, as you start to have greater stress, maybe the deadline is coming, your productivity starts to increase and increase and increase until a certain point where stress starts to get higher and higher. Your productivity actually drops and drops and drops. When stress gets too high, people even commit suicide, people start to have depression, their body breaks down from too much inflammation, and the whole load of crap happens when stress gets too high. And rest is the remedy that helps you adjust the amount of stress so that you reach that sweet point of productivity. Okay? In general, if stress is reduced through rest, then you only want to be resting when you have sufficiently worked. Okay? Don't rest if you have always been doing nothing and just been slogging and just slacking around. That is not the purpose of resting. So, very important, calibrate your rest level, and resting is one of the two. But here what I want to say is that there is a bad side of rest. There is a bad side. Because when you choose to rest and laze around and do nothing, my assumption is that many people out there are procrastinators, and I myself included. I would tell myself that I'm resting, but actually I'm wasting my time watching unproductive videos, movies online, and just wasting my life away, perhaps playing cards with my friends. These are good, but they cannot form the bulk of your time. So it's not the idea of simply doing nothing. And in fact, the word I would like to use more so than rest is the word healing. For example, when you rest from eating, your body is healing. When you rest from pornography, your brain is healing. And when you rest from thought through perhaps meditation, your attention span is healing. Now, but something very important is some of the things that you think is considered rest is not rest. Okay, what I mean is this: rest needs to be active. It needs to, it cannot be passive. You need to put thought into resting, into relaxing, into perhaps praying, into going to the beach, into going on a holiday. Rest is something essential, and for you people out there that are breaking down, you need rest. But for you people out there that are just lazing around, you need to increase your level of stress. You need to increase your level of stress through discipline, through waking up early and the likes, and rest only after you have put in sufficient amount of work. So at the end of it all, how do you balance this? I would say err on the side of working too much. Okay? Err on the side of working too much. Now, I admit that workaholics exist and they need to rest. But most of us human beings tend to procrastinate, and therefore let's all just choose to err on the side of working too much. You see, the beautiful thing about working hard is that it does bring with it a great satisfaction at the end of a hard day's work. It's hard to explain, but if you work the kind of job you have passion for, you really thought through a project, you really put in effort and work, the satisfaction of from the sweat of your brow brings with it great joy. Now, this comes from the fact that deep down, you cannot lie to yourself. Now, you may convince yourself that you've had fun partying and fooling around, playing cards with your friends, and whatever else you do that's unproductive. But at the end of it all, you know deep inside that you wasted a day on something unproductive and perhaps even harmful. So, err on the side of working too hard. But something very important is work hard on what you choose to, as long as circumstances allow, and refrain from the kind of work where you feel obligated and forced, for it brings with it toil and drudgery. And instead of living life and working with enjoyment, you have to drag your feet to work, and it's not a good situation for anyone to be in. And in fact, if you are willing to work hard, then I would say no matter what craft and profession you choose that is of your passion, you will be able to make a living if you work hard in your passion. Now, I hope you like this video. If you do, like it, comment, subscribe, share this video, and I'll see you again.